You're gonna get the piratas.
Hello everybody, it's me, Unfriendly Porcupine, and today I am reviewing the Mega BLOKS Skylanders Giants to be exact, Crusher's Pirate Quest, containing 328 pieces and retailing for $49.99 US. Now that we got that out of the way, we can begin the review. But two things before I begin. One, for a Skylanders set, this is actually pretty good. It surprised me. Since I had low expectations for Skylanders, yeah, it surprised me. And number two, this has to be probably the best Skylanders set out of all of them, so that's why I also chose to specifically review this one. Also, since it's the only one I have. Dun, 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 dun. And lastly, number three. Yes, I said only two things, but number three, because why not bonus? I don't know anything about Skylanders other than this is what they do to Spyro.
Gotcha, bitch!
So that's where my knowledge stops. And that Spyro dragon little thingy is not Spyro, it's me. Other than that, with all of those disclaimers out of the way, let the review begin. This right here is the first build. Let's get all of those figures out of the way. Okay, we'll talk about this structure later, because we'll start talking about the main attraction, the ship. Dun 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 dun! Here is the ship. I'm going to rotate it all the way around so you get to see it from all angles. Oh my! Look at that flat backside over there. That right there is the backside of the ship. I like the gold colors, but it just felt to me a little weird that the backside was just completely flat. I would have preferred to have a little bit more dimension to it, if you know what I'm talking about. It just feels weird, especially when you compare to the other Pirates Mega BLOKS. Like, damn, the backside had a lot of dimension, a lot of weight to it. Whereas this one just feels very flat and boring and not super interesting. But the gold color is very nice, and just like in Skylander tradition, these type of things right here for their ships, they like to add these little side gold wings. And using those pieces, I think they made the structure look very nice. That's right there, plus for aesthetic points right there, down for aesthetic points right there. Although, speaking which, I don't know exactly how it is, because maybe it was actually supposed to be flat from the game in order to be accurate. So even though I would like to take off points for the flat side, it might not be entirely Mega BLOKS' fault because they try to stick to the source material. I don't know the source material very well, so I'll just leave it at that. Look at those interesting gold colored pieces. I really, and I mean really, like those gold colored pieces. Such a good gold color. Turning this around, you can kind of see what it looks like. And of course, let me show you what it looks like from the bottom side, just so you can kind of get an idea of what mold they use. And this specific mold right here is actually the Assassin's Creed ship mold. Yeah, baby. So they made this joint back in the day and used it for Assassin's Creed, and it works out okay. Yeah, it's a really good mold. Although the only thing I would say is the ship feels a little bit short, but like I said again, it probably is to be accurate to the game. Then of course you have this nice gold rimming over there, kind of adds a little bit of a gold railway. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, right here, look at this nice interesting backside. And one more thing. The blue color with the gold color, they just work so well together. Mwah. Like I was saying, this is the main controller part. This is how you steer the ship. The piece is just a solid red color. No special paint application here, but it does spin very nicely. That's how the structure is built together. And if you try to put a figure in it, I think this is the only realistic figure that can actually fit back there. I didn't mean to try to do that, but yeah. Okay, anyways, we just place the figure over there. You can attach him to studs. It is a bit of a tight fit, but he does fit in there. Because of the way his body is designed, you have to play around with it a little bit. It isn't as simple as trying to attach your Call of Duty figures to it. Okay, and there we go. We got the figure attached. I don't know his name. He looks like Mike from Monsters Incorporated, but yeah. If we spin it around, yep, he is piloting the thing. Except that cannon would really get in the way into that direction you're trying to go, so realistically, he's gonna have to like turn to the side to see, aha, I'm going the right way. I'm not going to crash into a wall or something.
What a lousy place for a wall.
Moving on over here, I like what they did to the bottom part. See that piece right there? They use it very nicely. And moving on to this side. Whoa, what this happened over here? It's this piece right here. The anchor. Spins very nicely. Also, pay attention. Look at the way it spins. Since this bottom part is more heavy, check out these interesting physics. See? It's just so interesting. I really like this mold. It's well done. However, the way it is attached, it constantly just keeps like falling off. Since it's only attached to two studs, it instantly like oftentimes it just gets hooked and then falls off like that. Uh-oh. Other than that, it's good design. Just this part kind of gets a little bit annoying trying to readjust it every time. Moving on to the cannon part over here. I fucking dig this piece. One of my favorite cannon pieces. This has to be like the best cannon piece. Heck, it was one of the main reasons I bought this set. Just for that cannon. The gold color. The red cannon. Check this out. Yes, this right here is the red cannon. It is so nice. I fucking love how they did it in that red color. Mwah! I specifically bought this set to enhance my Pirata Mega Blocks. Also, I just really dig this metal piece. And check this out. Oh, clicks in so nicely. And for some reason, maybe it's just me, but it really feels like it's a bit of higher quality. Its smoothness very nicely, smoothly articulates. Spins around very nicely. Yes. And the paint job is just really badass. The only downside I would say is since they have this little back part right here, right? Of course you can, if you wanted to, you can always clip it off, but I personally rather keep it, is it doesn't allow you to spin it all the way around 180 so you can have it upside down. Not that you would probably want to, but the Pirate Mega Blocks, especially the ones that don't have this back piece over here, allow you to do that. Just something to note. Moving on to the front side over here, you know how pirate ships always have that weird monster female statue thing in the front? Yeah, this is Skylanders' version of that thing. It's a skeleton. A golden skeleton. That's what the golden skeleton looks like? Uh-huh. Here's the interesting part about the golden skeleton. You can actually see these things. These are arms. They can be taken off. Then you take it off from the bottom. Right here, you see that's the way it's attached. And this is what the skeleton mold looks like. Hooks up there with those two peg pieces and of course these on the side. Here's the really interesting thing. If you wanted to stick in like a cool slider peg piece, for example, this piece right here, you can easily do that. Stick that through and stick that one through. And there you go. So if you want to serve up some golden skeletons on a barbecue, there you go. Also, I don't know about you, but these Skylanders, they keep giving me the Ratchet and Clank vibes. Also, this skeleton looks like he had some problems. He kind of looks like, yeah, he looks like he just not having a good day. Now about you, Mr. Skeleton. This piece right here is slightly rubbery, but it is a thick rubber. So you probably wouldn't want to move it around too much. This piece right here is slightly a little bit lighter rubber, but not by much. Same with this piece. As for the head is the main thing that can articulate. Here's what an up close of the face looks like. Ooh, pretty hideous. You can take off the head mold and that's how the head mold is done. And what I like about this, since this is Mega Blocks, you can customize it. Let's say you don't want this hideous skeleton. Out of here you go. Dun, 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 dun. And you have an interesting looking ship, so you don't need that funky little skeleton. Oh, and speaking of which, these pieces, they also sometimes fly off too when you're having fun, so be a little careful. Okay? There it is. If you wanted to, you can fold them in that way, but you see the piece slightly deattaches. So, the way it's designed, it's supposed to slightly hit this part, you see? That way it angles slightly outwards. I forgot to mention, you get a nice barrel. Don't press on the barrel too hard because of the way the balance works. That's what happens. So don't press on the barrel too hard, or balance it with your other hand. Now let's talk about that awesome flagship sail piece. This piece right here is of high quality material. But check this out. Let me pull over my fan and check out what it can do. Oh, let's flip this around so it actually looks like it's sailing, because normally wind's not supposed to blow in that direction. There it is. Aha. Oh, yeah, that's definitely pulling off that awesome pirata aesthetic. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh, getting it from that angle. Oh, just look at the way that joint's swinging. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah. This is just so oddly exciting, it just is. Back to the action. Here's a really cool feature. So, let's say you don't want the sail to operate no more. No problemo. Boink. And there it is, they clip up and hold nicely like that. And if you want the sails to work operational again, dun, 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 I love that feature. Just to kind of give you an idea, and of course if you want to, you can also unhook this piece and let them flop. You see what it does once you unhook it? Oh, it flops like that, and these things don't properly work. See, that's why you need that rope piece. Oh, and speaking of which, this is how it's actually built up, because this gives me a chance to show you how it actually functions. Grab this piece right here and you hook it in there. Right there, you see? Slide in, and now that joint is tightened there. Now, you take this piece, and you see that golden hooker piece over there? Yes. You hook it up like a pirate. Tan-ta-ra! And it holds nicely. Such a simple design, yet it works so effectively. Moving on to the front side, that right there is what the pirate print looks like. Very nice, good quality material. And now for another interesting feature. So you see, this rope right here, it's a bit loose, is it not? Well, let me teach you how to fix this problem very easily. If you go up here, with this piece right here, and you spin it around, rotate it like this, you will automatically make it a lot tighter. Now check that out. It is tight. Now that right there is the way I decided to come up with it. However, what is the way that Mega teaches you how to tighten up this rope? Well, here is Mega's version. They straight up just tell you to rotate this thing. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of looks a little bit stupid, especially when it comes swinging around to the other side, you see? Right there, I personally like doing it my method, because it still keeps it where it makes sense and doesn't feel like something's getting way too damn entangled. So for now, that's what I will do. Oh, speaking of which, I can actually show you up close of how it actually looks. Okay, pay attention right here. This is how nicely it spins. And there it is. That fella is tight. Whoa. Oh my, Mima Mima. I think oh shit, I know you too. This piece right here, it's a little too tight. So I'm gonna just loosen it just slightly. Let me just attach this piece a little bit more. Okay. Because I don't want that piece coming off of me. Tighten up just a little bit. Okay, good. Now we got it to good tightness. Now check out what you can do. You can grab your crusher figure. This is the figure right here, the one that looks like a Ratchet and Clank boulder guy. You can hook him up right here. Hook it up like this. Oh, there it is. Make him slide down. It look goofy as fuck, but it works. Let's try it the way Mega BLOKS intended us to try it, which is called with this piece that always falls out. Here is how you attach it. Point. Now the figure can't actually grip with two, so don't try that. It's not gonna work out well for you. Back to the action. Let's see how this figure slide up. You hook him up nicely. Let's see. Back. Okay. Okay, yeah, this feature does not work as well as you would think. Hold on. Let's see, let's try this. Okay, anyways, pretend he slides down. There you go.
Now see, that worked.
It doesn't work as properly. Oh my, as that rope became very tight. That joint is just too damn addictive. I just love that simple playability feature. It's like that stupid just stupid, plain stupid fun. It's just fun. There is no explanation needed here. It's just Yeah, there it is. I thought I almost broke. But yeah, it is actually quite stable, very easy to assemble. There is no like stupid complication where like, oh no, I broke it. It's not gonna happen to you. It's just stupid fun, and I love stupid fun. Anyways, enough of this boat. Let's talk about the other structure that you get. And we haven't even touched on to build number 2. This right here is a little tiny base, supposedly where the bad guys crawl. So, Mr. Mike from Monster Incorporated, this time in the Skylands universe, you are the bad guy. Ooh, I'm the bad guy. And same with this Toy Story little alien monster. You are also the bad guy, because you've also been mutated in a weird way.
I have been chosen. Farewell, my friends.
This is what the underside Okay, maybe I should close this chest before I flip it upside down. Don't want pieces to fall off. Okay, anyways, that right there. Whoa. I should have turned on that fan. Okay, now you can hear me clearly. That right there is what the underside looks like. That right there is the pirata flag telling you, hey, beware, this is bad guys territory, don't come here. Yeah. Over here is a gate, which is actually very similar to the build number 2, we'll see, but yeah. This gate opens up and closes and can swing all the way nice. Ah, I missed this piece right here. Could have been used in an Assassin's Creed set.
Spare me the rhetoric. You know what I want.
Out of the question! Wish for something else!
Me dying inside is over, we can continue to another part. Alright, this interesting light piece. One of the things I really like about this light piece is the way they actually built it. They didn't stick it somewhere in the middle so it gets in the way when you wanna play. They stick it in the corner over here, where it does not get in the way. Thank you, Mega Blocks. Thank you for coming up with that smart design. Unfortunately, build number 2, hey, I mean, it doesn't get in the way that much, but they just stuck it somewhere in the middle. But anyways, as for this Crash figure, we can pretend he's over here. Kind of a little bit difficult too. Oh, you see that? Since there isn't really much stud, there is one brick over there, but I wish there was a little bit more. Yeah, it kind of bends it a little bit. Oh, and now this treasure chest is off. Yeah, sticking this figure to studs may give you a little problem. Anyways, moving on closer over here, you can see you get a red letter. How nice. Who uses this red letter? Well, clearly not this guy, because he just will not fit in there. It's just not compatible. Unless you rip his arms apart and shove them in there. Only then it works. And he can fit in there, yay! He can fit in there.
Mission accomplished!
I crush you. But realistically, the figure that you would probably be shoving in there is this figure. So, let's play out a little playability scenario. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, I'm Monsters from Monsters Incorporated, Monsters Inc. I'm going to climb up here to find out what I have to do. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, he is in there. I knocked his ladder, so now he has no way of climbing down. Uh-oh. Anyways, he just basically gets placed in there and ta-da-da-da, he's in there, voila. Unfortunately, there really is not a lot of space. It's kind of hard to get your finger in there. But if you get your finger in there, check out what you can do. You can open up the window. Huh? Now that is a cool feature right there. Moving on to the bottom section over here, you get a few pieces. It's not that interesting, but overall it's nice. You get an orange shield over here, which you can rotate like that, because that's the way it's attached. Okay, anyways, talking about this treasure chest, what's inside? A bunch of these gold coins that are just gold studs, not gold coins like Mega Blocks gold coins, pirates specifically. You also get a map shoved in there, and you also get a cake shoved in there. With a cherry cake on top. Or maybe it's the cherry with a cake on top instead. I don't know about you, but I think I like that a little better. Instead of having a cherry on top of the cake, you have a cake on top of a cherry.
We got us a problem.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, the way the cake is designed, it's too much and it won't fit in properly. So you need to take those things out and boom. Of course, for the Call of Duty figures, I like the Call of Duty letter a little bit better, but for the pirate figures, this works out nice. And of course, last but not least, this is how they decided to do the roof piece. It's just some of these gold tiles stacked like that. You can create a little opening so you can let in more light in here, and check out what it does once you let in more light. Interesting. We'll place that back there where it belongs. Uh-oh. Yeah. That right there just gives you an idea of how it's attached. And you, of course, will attach it over there. Okay, there it is. Here are the extra pieces that were not used in this build. Now these are the extra pieces that would be used in the secondary build. Just to give you a demonstration of what you get in the second build, you get a lot of nice interesting pieces. Also, you get a secondary window. Now, speaking of second build, dun 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 dun. Hoppa! The second build. One thing I have to say is I really love how Mega Bloks back in the day, when they do a second build, this is one of the things I really love. I love it that they made the second build not feel like an afterthought, but feel like it was being developed at the same time. What do I mean by that? Well, check this out. They actually specifically thrown in pieces that are exclusive to each build. Like for example, these ones. This little inclusion really makes it feel like it is an actual set. It actually makes it feel like an actual build. Look at this. What a unique mold. They didn't bother using this in this structure because it's exclusive to the boat structure. These little tiny things, I'm glad that it's included in this set all complete. It adds so much playability, so much value. From the previous build, you remember how they had a small structure? Well, I like it because you combine the boat within the structure to create a bigger structure. And both builds are unique and good. And that's what I like.
Both. Both is good.
I'll start by turning it all the way around so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like from all angles. This build, overall pretty stable, except for this part. This part is kind of, it attaches to this bottom part and it kind of keeps falling apart on me. Not kind of, it does keep falling. Whoa, shit damn, look at that. I can just grab it by that piece. Normally, any other like assembly line or something, that would normally fall. But not with Mega Bloks. Somehow it is able to hold itself up just by that little corner, which is amazing. And boom, I got it attached, but just, I don't know, this piece right here, the way it's designed, it just constantly falls apart. In terms of it very easily deattaches. But that's okay, because even though it being deattached, it's also pretty tight too. Now, this is my favorite part of the build. This piece right here, I actually like the fact that it easily takes apart, because once it is taken apart, you have this as a main cannon piece to shoot any other figures you have displayed. Oh, let's see, let's say I don't like this figure, right? Well, now I can actually shoot him down. Boing, 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 he is done for.
Farewell, my friends.
Let's say I don't like a knockoff Mega Construx Call of Duty figure. Let's say I would like him to be taken out.
Do it now!
But you get the point. Nuclear water bottle, problem solved. And just for the underside, so you can get an idea of what it looks like, they just use this golden plate to hold it nicely all together. You can see it with the way that it would attach. In order for it to be on the same level as the rest of the structure, so the bottom floor is all stable, that gold piece adds on that extra little stud height to keep it all in place. If we zoom in a little closer to understand why it doesn't stick so well, I believe it's because of this piece right here. You can see when you try to attach it on the golden piece right here. You see that? Oh, let me just focus in better. Point. There we go. See when you attach, the piece itself just hits onto the gold piece. It's almost like as if it's literally right aligned into it. You can see it right there. Perfectly aligned into it. There, right there. Get an idea of what I mean. It just slides onto that piece. Overall, for what it is, good structure. Also, there are a few gold pieces thrown in there just for, I guess, cool aesthetic, or to add on that extra you see when you put it on. That kind of adds on to the aesthetic. Anyways, I'm going to take it off for now. Let's talk about this piece. Oh, look at that. There's a cake over there. How wonderful. Cool part is, if you wanted to, you can just conceal the whole thing like that. And nobody will ever find out that the cake was a lie, and especially this wheel piece that came off perfectly. Well, anyways, let's talk about this wheel piece. It can spin very nicely. Ta-da-da. Where does it go? It goes right up there. And there it goes, attached on that corner. And speaking of which, there was also an anchor piece that's supposed to be attached right here. Now, this anchor piece, what does it actually do? Well, it can wobble side to side like that. You can shoot it to spin. There you go, it kind of gives you an idea. If you shoot it, it gives you something like, wow, I actually hit something. You get to see it, rather than it just bouncing off like that. Another thing I like to do, it just kind of fits perfectly, is you can take a Mega Constructs Call of Duty figure, attach him like this. Let me bring it closer to you. Attach the hand like this. And there we go. We get something like this. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Let me show you the feature one more time. Check this out. I just like the way it spins. There's just something so awesome to it. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a friendly porcupine without trying to shoot the knockoff. Yeah. And there we go. It works. It's like, you know, in that like shooter game when you hit the bonus point and you get like 500 bonus points. Like, this is it right here. Okay, anyways, we got it on board. Speaking of on board, that little gripper piece, you can attach and create scenarios like this. Dun, 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 dun. It wouldn't be a friendly porcupine without trying to shoot the knockoff once again. Anyways, enough of this. It's just another playability feature. Oh, and speaking of the roof, let's flip this around so you can get to see the other angle. Dun, dun, dun. Okie dokie. How does this operate? Let's take a figure who can somewhat climb, right? Aha! This guy right here. He climb up. Tuk, 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 tuk. Over here, of course, he just pretend because there's literally not enough space to step on studs somehow, but he'll probably find a way. Anyways, we pretend, and he's in there. Yeah! He just falls off. Anyways, that's what the interior of the build looks like. Nice, nice. There's a lot of room, and if you want to put your figure in there, go ahead, by any means, put him in there. He's right for the condition of getting shot at through this thingy. Oh gosh, I love this. I don't know why. There's just something a little bit addictive to just trying to shoot them off. It just is something addictive to it. Maybe because they have goofy ass, or maybe because this piece is just way too damn much fun. Uh-oh, you lost your X. No problemo. Let's move on down to the lower level. Oh, of course. Let's get a view of what it looks like from the roof. Just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, also, nice window piece. Here's a really cool feature about the window piece. Open it. See that? So if you want to get some breeze in there, there you go. Or if you want to stick a cannon through there. I don't love it. I don't know. This set is just too much damn fun with it. And of course, on the other side, you want to open it up? No problemo, you can open up the window. Especially after this guy passed some gas.
Great! Just great!
From down below, that's what it looks like. Not bad. I also like the nice rich, like Royal Navy blue color. It adds on very nicely to the gold color. Those red duck spears. Oh, what's on this other side? Oh, what's this? Look at the wall piece that they use. See, it's all just one wall piece. Damn you stupid pendejo camera. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyways, you can see that's the piece they use. It has an indentation because it's all one piece. Oh, and speaking of which, Mega BLOKS also did one piece. The more you know, the more you know. Moving around to this side, you get this interesting light pole piece. I'm actually gonna take this off so you can get a better view of it. Not bad, not bad. And of course you get that Pirata lantern over there. Of course, works very nicely with this set. This piece right here is spinnable. So if you want to rotate it, there you go. I'll place that joint back where it belongs. Dun-dun-dun. In there. And of course this wood you can pretend, add on some extra more lighting. I really like the way the roof looks, specifically using pieces from the boat, because it really does make it feel like you combine the two. It's really nice, because you literally did. Okay, anyways, this piece right here, it can open up, but they are very loose. I believe it's just supposed to be like some shade or something. Oh, I know what it is. A platform for this figure to stand on and fall off. Well, anyways, you can close up over there. Shoot, shoot. Aha! Unfriendly porcupine has completely forgot to assemble something over here. Do we know what that is? Do you remember this thing, right? Well, it's supposed to be the skull. You're supposed to just shove that in there and make it work. And there it is. That actually works very nicely. Yes, you get added on a little bit of spookiness. Aha! Now I understand exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be curtains for the window.
That's illegal.
That's for the courts to decide.
Over here we have a shield. What is this shield for? To shield you from this guy, right? Well, it doesn't work very well when we can just do this. Dun-ta-da! Now he has been opened up. Close him back up. I like how the fence moves. Figure, get out of the way. You can of course rotate that way or rotate it that way. Now you know how it works in video games. The floor is automatically lava, even though it's watercolored. You can't walk over it, you can't jump over it, and this acts as a locked gate. Resident Evil games like this or Dino Crisis are notorious. Finally, you opened it up, even though you know damn well your ass could have just hopped over or swim in the water and jump up. Funny obstacles video games you're putting in. That's what this build kind of reminded me of a little. You can kind of see what it looks like from the backside, how that shield actually works and how it's attached. Overall, this is a very nice piece, and if you specifically recognize it from the Assassin's Creed's unreleased British Trooper pack. Yeah, a set we could have gotten, damn it. Fucking wish that set got released.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. It was supposed to be a thing of beauty.
But yeah, that's the piece, that's the mold. So it's nice to know that that mold has been going back all the way back then. A very, very awesome mold. Speaking of which, here's more platform of the dock. I like the gold piece over here. Here's the little pirate sign that you have reached the pirate ship, or the pirate headquarters or base, or the port or something, I don't know.
Those are no pirates. Those are the prisoners.
This pirate sign piece right here, you can rotate however you want. Now this sign piece is specifically here for when this awesome big pirate flag is not activated. How is it activated? It's a really cool feature. It starts with this. Now there's actually studs for you to stick in. And the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to grab this big crusher guy, press down, and dun-ta-da-da! It opened up. And now it's a clear sign that, this is pirate territory.
Do you think I am stupid in the head?
So just in case if this wasn't obvious enough, you also have that one right there.
Idiots.
Plus, I also very much like this cloth piece. Very nice, good print. Here's let me zoom in more close so you can kind of understand how the texture looks like. Now you kind of understand what it looks like. You can see just slightly a little bit through, but not much. You see right there, kind of slightly. Overall, it is a very nice high quality print. Nicely attached over there, perfectly cut, like it's just so clean. I really, really like it. And of course, this type of rope piece kind of reminds me of the rope you sometimes find within like your shorts or something. Really has that type of texture. And specifically also that type of stretchiness. Very nice. But you press them down, dun-dun-dun, they also look like eyes that are watching me. Very pirate-esque. Anyways, press it down. Just a lot of fun. And now, speaking of which, this interesting ropey piece, right? It's supposed to be like a cool slider down. Well, it actually is. If you take off this piece right here, they display it on the instruction. Hook that thing through. Okay, we're gonna have to do it better than what Mega Bloks had suggested. Cause here's what Mega Bloks suggested. Doing it one hand style. I'm like, screw that, we're gonna do it with two hands instead. It doesn't operate that way. This figure physically cannot grab two its hands do not squeeze in tight enough. So what does that mean? We have to use a Call of Duty action figure. And he successfully is able to slide down. Yay! If we also put them on the legs, tuck this thing in. Okay, so I guess it just works somehow, sometimes. You just gotta get it properly in. There's this, like that. Yeah, anyways, you get the point. The material that they use for this mold is actually a very plasticky mold. It's a hard plastic. That's why it will not bend a lot. Compared to the old school Mega BLOKS Pirates days. You can kind of see that this mold, you can actually bend it like this. It is quite bendy. Because it is made of a rubber. Versus this piece, you cannot do that unless you want to snap it in half. It's a plasticky piece. I mean, both work, but personally I like this one. It makes it feel a lot more realistic. Well, anyways, that right there is the treasure you get. They're not like gold coins per se like the Mega BLOKS Pirates. They're more like gold studs. Still, very nice. We could... I literally just ripped that part off. Okay, anyways, let's dump out all the gold so you can get an idea of how many you get. Nice. That's what the piece looks in there. It's just a solid brown colored chest. No special paint application here. And that's what the top of the mold looks like. And here's how you assemble it. And there it is. Closed up. Dun, dun, dun. And last but not least, this front feature right here, which is just taken from the boat. That's what it looks like from underneath. And for those who are wondering, this is what the whole structure looks like underneath. Not bad. Also, you can see those black pieces add on more stability, so when you press the thing down, it doesn't completely collapse on the stud platforms. Now, let's move on to the figures. Up first is this figure, Mike, who has not been officially named Mike. That's just the name I gave him. His actual name has no name, so you can call him whatever you want. I'll call him Mike for now. I'll rotate Mike over here so you can see him from all angles. That right there is also a backpack slot, so if you want to shove some cool things in there, be my guest. Like for example, you can do that, lift Mike up, and actually play with him. How cool is that? I am playing with Mike from the backside. Dun, 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 dun.
Now put that thing back where it came from!
This figure right here, where are his articulations? This arm piece is on a ball joint, so you can rotate all the way around. There is no bend over here in the middle, so you just spin it like that, but the hand over here can actually spin. So that right there is a nice feature. Here is his axe. Very simple colors, but very good silver color specifically. It's a very good axe. This would be an axe I would actually be proud to use with my Assassin's Creed. The color is very, very simple. Which is why it ties in very nicely with that cartoonish aesthetic, which Skylanders are known for. It's a little bit closer into the mold. That's how the figure looks. That's how the figure was painted. Of course, hideous and hideous on purpose. Also reminds me a little bit of Ratchet & Clank characters. But yeah. Now onto the interesting part. His feet. His feet are just on ball joints. His feet do not bend. So there is no bend in the middle. It's just like that. So those legs are on ball joints. But here's what's also interesting. The feet themselves are on ball joints. Aha! So if you wanted to, you can take it off, and that's how it's designed. So if you want to do some really funky stuff, you can do something like this. Attach it the other way. There you go. You can make them look like these figures had some serious foot problem. Actually, no, not that quite. It doesn't look like that bad. It actually looks like he just lifted up his foot to the side and just raising it there. Like he'd take a step or something. If you have a regular Call of Duty figure, you can take this boot mode right here. For example, here's Call of Duty figure. Dun, dun, dun. Take off this head mold, and yes, you can attach it to the foot and get some quite disturbing things. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, when you do this right here, you get some really quite disturbing things. Yes. Perfect for Halloween! Waka, waka, waka. if you want to do some really disturbing customization shit, here's all you need to do. Grab 2 Call of Duty figures, remove the second boot, and check this out. You're going to get some Dementum level shit. Attach here, and then attach here. And now, he has Call of Duty bodies for legs. Jeez, bro, that is disturbing. Hey, these actually could have really good applications. Imagine you have a wall here, right? And imagine some spooky shit starts to happen on that wall. You can just attach an arm growing out of that wall. This figure right here, when Toy Story aliens have a very, very bad day. Or some genetic experiment. Or when Toy Story aliens meet Resident Evil. Some spooky shit. Or it could just be Skylanders. But that's the way I always see them. There is no articulation in this figure. The eyes right here are very, very thick type of rubber. So you can see right there, a very, very thick type of rubber, but they do kind of somewhat move. The figure's arm right here, slightly, the whole mold is just very thick rubber. You can see if I squeeze very hard, yeah, that's about how much it budges. But it attaches to studs pretty well. It has a little bit like, in terms of, you can really move it around, and I think that's done for articulation. You know, Lego style. That's how Lego teaches you to do your doggies. Just move them around like that for stop motion. I mean, yes, it technically works, but it's not as cool when the actual legs move back and forth. But yeah, anyways, that's how it's done. There's nothing much to be said about that other than, ooh, what a paint job. Anyways, enough about you. Let's talk about the more interesting characters. Characters that actually have a name, because by the way, speaking of which, this character has no official name. That's why I call them the aliens. Okay, anyways. Move this piece, so we can talk about Spyro! Which is the incorrect answer because this is Cinder. Spyro is actually this figure right here, which Skylanders Mega BLOKS has also done as well. But this right here is specifically Cinder. Another purple dragon.
Somebody's gotta stop those purple dragons.
Exactly, Casey Jones. Don't fuck around with those purple dragons. Don't become those purple dragons unless you are what you are.
That dragon comes with a price.
Which is this Cinder fella right here. Cinder fella. Maybe this Cinder fella is actually Cinderella. Then who is the prince who sleeps that sleeper on? I know, Crusher who... Damn! Crusher did a good job with this. Literally, he actually knocked out the brick. Okay, anyways. Let's rotate this figure around so you can get an idea of what Cinder fella looks like. Cinder. Okay, anyways, for the articulation, you get this arm piece moving back and forth, however, it is tight. See this one? Listen to that. Yeah, not that much fun to move around. How about the other one? Not slightly better. However, these back legs right here, the back legs, they move very nicely. And same with this leg right here. No problems there. Oh, what is that? A hole. So, what does this mean? With this a hole, you can shove it up there and make them fly. Yay! Check out how cool this can look. Hey, I wonder why his eyes look like that. He looks a little bit dirty. Must have been having too much fun with that lean, huh? Damn! What? He couldn't help himself. He was messing with the purple dragons because he is one. And the purple dragons gave him the purple drink. Oh, no. Somebody help this Cinder fella. Okay, anyways. I'm having clearly too much fun. This head mod right here is on a ball joint, so if you want to rip it off, you can, and put it on a Call of Duty figure. Dun, dun, dun. Now check this out. If you want to do a bank robber when they put on some very goofy masks, this is all you need to do. And now you have a bank robber who put on some very goofy mascot masks. Yes. This is giving me Saints Row 3 vibes if it had Spyro and Cinder in there.
Nobody moves! Nobody dies!
Oh, shit. It actually kinda looks tough. Not going to lie. And speaking of which, of the head mold, they done a good job painting it. Nicely attaches. Oh, and of course, you guys are probably wondering, yes, Call of Duty head mold on the Cinder body. Looks disturbing. So if you're going for that spooky Halloween shit, you got it right here. Oh, and now with this head mold is taken off, you see this wing piece right here? Well, you can actually take it off too. And what does this mean? Red Bull gives you wings advertisement accurate. Just give this figure the wings. Now he has wings, and now he looks like a spooky fella that you don't want to mess with. All he needs is some ammunition, and he is ready for some action. Yeah, baby, don't fuck around with this guy, aka Tiger Woods in disguise. Or Tiger Woods for Halloween. Uh-oh, Tiger Woods, I think I heard the mistress calling. You can actually play around like that. See? It actually looks like he's flying, like he's on some fairy tale. Like Tiger Woods, you can always customize it back here and do some spooky shit like this. And there you go. As for the tail piece, it can rotate. Can you take it off? Yes, you can. And if you want to do just creepy shit for the sake of creepy shit, there you go. Now you can make them into something like that. It kinda looks like a beak. All you need to do is paint some eyes onto that, and you have a brand new Pokemon! It legit does look like a Pokemon! It's probably some dark bird flying type Pokemon. Or some creepy Demantium shit. Dun, 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 dun. Crusher! Because he will crush you. He really looks like he's from Ratchet & Clank. Legit looks like one of those villains you fight or something.
If you're no good with numbers, find a buddy to help you. And don't forget to bring your own juice this time. Hey! I saw that, Cletus! You just earned yourself a write-up.
I like the aesthetic. Maybe I will actually use them when I play Ratchet & Clank. Speaking of which, that awesome custom finish Shinobi did. You should check it out. It was super awesome. Okay, anyways. Here's what Crusher looks like from all angles. That little back hole over there, you know exactly what it's for. It's for shoving a stick in there. Lifting up Crusher, and now you can make him walk. Dun, 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 dun. I will crush these bricks. He looks derpy, and I like it. Now we get to see Crusher in more detail. Here's how Crusher was painted. Just to give you some up-close detail. I also like the bolder aesthetic in that mold. Very nice. Here's how the bottom of the feet look like. Here's how the feet actually stick. Hold on. Let me show you that print over there real quick. The gems. Very nice. On the other side. The hammer up close. Very nice, which we'll talk about later. Take off his ball joint. That's what it looks like up there. His head mold. Dun, dun, dun. You hear that sound? Okay, anyways. And there it is. I stuck him on there. So yeah, it works. Crusher can be stuck on. And it sticks on pretty tight once you get him on there. So let's try it again. And now this time, let's get the second foot. But you see, if you attach the second foot, kinda lifts up the other one, you see? So, I think what might have to do, you kinda can really only attach him at 1 foot at a time. So yeah, if you try to attach it too, it kinda makes the other loose. So that's something to keep in mind when you play with this figure. Oh, and of course, one more thing I forgot to show you about this figure. With that backpack piece, you can attach this and attach a weapon to him. Just like that. And of course you can take this weapon and attach it to this guy as well. Mr. Crusher. And there you go. You can make him hold the thing just like that. Or if you want to, you can make him hold his classical hammer and do this. Dun dun dun. Now he has that hammer on the back and now he can crush you. Okay, anyway, speaking of this hammer, check out how it works with the hand. This hand operates on a ball joint. Check that out. That's how it works like. So if you want to do some cool robotic shit where he shoots his hand off to damage the target, like this, you can do that. Okay, anyways, check out how nicely it attaches up. That's the sound it makes. And the piece itself is actually slightly rubbery. Well, it's more of a thick rubber. But the way that rubber is designed, for example, you can see right here, this part is specifically thicker. It's the same thickness as like those thicker peg pieces that you use. Like the knockdown thickness of the peg. Anyways, you can attach it onto this hand, and it attaches very nicely, very well. But you can also attach it this way. Now this way it hangs loose, but it will not come off. So it is loose, but will not come out, which I really like. Let me demonstrate to you how wacky you can get and this thing can still not come off. There, finally! Yeah, you have to be fucking wacky, like crazy like me on Friendly Porcupine crazy, to get that thing off. There, finally. So yeah, that right there, if it passes the unfriendly porcupine test, it will pass your test every day. So that hammer has unfriendly porcupine certified testing. The legs can bend like this nicely and the arms can bend like this. But here's the cool thing. Knowing that these are ball joints, you can do some really fun stuff with ball joints. Let's say you want to remove this hand and attach his hand mold to the hand. So that way he can literally headbutt you with his hand. Imagine, try my face to your fist style.
Oh yeah, try my nuts to your fist style.
Goosh, goosh, goosh. You can get some pretty stupid stuff. Or you can also do this funky stuff. Dun dun dun. It also kinda works. It makes them look weird, but like works too. That's what I like about it being on a ball joint. And of course, if you want to make it more wacky, you can swap out the placements of this. And thus you make some crazy abomination. Now we have officially entered the super stupid zone. Everybody, it is Final Judgment time! For the aesthetics, I give this set a 9 out of 10. The aesthetics department perfectly executed the cartoon aesthetic that Skylanders is known for. The simple colors contrast very nicely with the awesome paint applications on this, on that, the gold color, oh, and that. I love it. The prints over there, very well done, and the figures look excellent. And actually, accurate to the game. I guess the only thing off would be maybe some of the plain colors, but that's the whole aesthetic, so I'm not taking points over that. However, I think the treasure chest could have been painted. Other than that, aesthetics are A game. For the playability, I give this set an 8 out of 10. Okay, maybe I should give it a 9 out of 10 because I had a crap ton of fun, but I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, specifically being for the one simple reason, it is a little bit hard to sometimes get this figure into like houses like that. It doesn't give you a lot of room in that sense. But the playability that it has going for it, this awesome feature, I fucking love that feature. The cannon that you can shoot, that's such an awesome feature. The treasure chest, the figures were just too damn much fun to play with. Damn, I had so much fun trying to make them into abominations. For the value, I give this set a 7 out of 10. Overall, it has decent value for what you pay for. Since this set retailed for $49.99 US, about $50 at the time. I feel like $50 still doesn't give you a lot of bang for your buck. I feel like $50 is a little bit too high for the set. Maybe 40 would have been actually a decent price for it. But here's the thing that I like if it gives me out. If it was $40 for this set, I would bump the value up to maybe a 9 or an 8. Plus, it also has a care package in this set. A care package, you stupid porcupine. You should bump it up for that, just for that. Because the care package is a treasure chest. Damn. One of the things that really boosts up the value is having a secondary build. Not only do you have a ship, not only do you have a little docking station over there, but you can combine together in a second build to create a bigger docking station. And plus you get 4 figures to play with, 2 of them, which of them are actually main figures. And on top of that you get a few extra pieces. For the build, I give this set an 8 out of 10. Majority of this build actually surprised me. I was not expecting a Skylander set to be this good for the build department. A lot of the design here, excellent. Especially what adds on to the build points are these things. That joint right there, that design is perfect. I would have designed it any other way better. I think the only thing that makes the build just slightly lacking, I would say maybe the part where it's a little bit of a tight squeeze in there. Overall, the building experience was actually decently fun, and you get a secondary build. Kind of also makes me wish I bumped up the score for that one too. Damn it! Well, anyways, I'll leave it at an 8 out of 10. And that brings us to the final score, which I give an 8 out of 10. So now of all the bumped up points, maybe I should give it a 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5 just to satisfy that. Yeah, I might just give it an 8.5 then. But I'm... Okay, so it's either an 8 or an 8.5. Yeah, just know it's a pretty good set. There are some drawbacks, but like, it's a pretty good set. Giving this set a final score confused the crap out of me. It's basically like that button press meme. Should I give this score an 8 or an 8.5? That's me right there. Okay, anyways, my comrades, I hope that you have enjoyed this review. You already know the deal. Anytime I review these type of sets, I put in my effort, I put in my blood, sweat, and tears into these reviews. I have fun with these reviews, the special effects and everything. So if you appreciate those blood, sweat, and tears, and laughs too, then slap this video with a big fat juicy like and slap that subscription button like it's whack-a-mole. There you go. Whack that subscription like it's a whack-a-mole. Well, other than that, my comrades, I'll catch you in the next video. Post a comment section down below if you had fun with the adventure we had reviewing this set. Other than that, my comrades, I'll see you in the next video. Take care and thank you for watching. And the flag was still there. Oh, and for those who are actually wondering, how does this boat disassemble? Well, here's how it disassembles. You have this part, of course. You just take off this portion like here. Check this out. And there it is. You can now pull the whole thing like that. Whoa, oh shit. Yeah. Legit, I'm swinging it like that. Oh, mama, wee-wah. Whoa, yeah, that's that wacky shit you get on a friendly porcupine shit. Damn, bro, that is wacky. Damn, legit, that right there shows you the stability and the strength of this ship. That rope is stable as fuck. Sheesh Louise! Wait, hold on. We can try smashing distraction. Oh! That was fun. That was fucking fun. Uh-oh, there it is now, broke apart. Okay, anyways. We had fun with that. Now I can kind of show you inside what does the interior look like. So that's what it looks like on the inside. We take off this piece right here. There it is. That's how it comes apart, so you can get an idea of what it looks like on the inside. I'll take off these pieces. We can take off these pieces right here. What the fuck? A caterpillar? What the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. You don't belong here. Stop trying to ruin my review. Okay, anyways. And there it is. The bottom of the ship. Exactly the same mold that the Assassin's Creed pirate ship used. Hold on, before we take it apart, we have to take off these bricks. And that right there is how it comes apart. So you can see right there, you have a hole like that and a hole like that. They attach together and then you stick your studs on top. Same with this back piece over here. Stud, attach and you're done. Well, there it is. There you have it, Betsy. Most of the ship is disassembled and now everything has been exposed except, aha, the last piece right here. That bottom piece is blue with this brown piece being painted on top. How wonderful.